Hello students, welcome back to my channel. In the last class, we have seen how to derive shortest distance between two skew lines. Now I am going to prove distance between two parallel lines. Distance means shorter distance. Distance between two parallel lines. First draw the figure. I take two parallel lines. First line, this is consider L1. Second line, L2. Now I am taking point on line L1, first line, second line. Here S is a point on L1. Its position vector I am taking vector A1. And T is a point on second line. Its position vector I am taking vector A2. Join ST. Join ST. From the point T, draw perpendicular line to the first line. Mark it as point P. Here PT is perpendicular to line 1 and line to second line also. Let take PT equal to T. This is the shortest distance, a distance between two parallel lines, not skew lines. Distance between two parallel lines. We are going to derive distance between two lines here. Let take theta be the angle between here ST and first line. And mind it, we know that formula, equation of the line passing through some point A whose position vector A1 and parallel to vector B is given by, we know that equation vector R equal to vector A plus, here suppose vector A plus lambda vector B. This is vector equation of the line passing through point A whose position vector A and parallel to given vector B. That is vector R equal to vector A plus lambda vector B. Here A means here given point position vector. Here vector B means parallel vector. Mind it here. Here I am marking vector B. Here this line passing through the point here S whose position vector A1. Suppose parallel to vector B. Here I am taking this. Or you can take on line L1 here vector B. This line here, line L1 passing through the point A1 parallel to the vector B. And this line L2 passing through the point T whose position vector A2 and parallel to vector B. Vector B, this is vector B because two lines are parallel. Same vector A, vector B, yeah, vector B is parallel to both L1 and L2. Let L1 and L2 be two parallel lines. Be two parallel lines with equations. First I am going to write equation of the first line. Vector R, it is equal to this line passing through the point S whose position vector A1 and parallel to vector B. Instead of here this I am marking here vector B here. Passing through the point here S whose position vector A1 plus lambda into parallel to which vector? This line parallel to vector B. Take. And second line passing through the point T whose position vector A2. That is vector R equal to vector A2. Position vector of given point plus here lambda scalar. I am taking mu scalar. That's it. Parallel to vector. This parallel to same vector B. Here lambda mu scalars. That's it. Lambda mu are scalars. That's it. Got it? Very important. This line passing through the point, given point, whose position vector A1, parallel to vector B. Here, parallel to vector B, and lambda is a scalar. Second line passing through the given point, whose position vector A2, and parallel to vector B. Here mu, it is a scalar. Got it. Here S is a point on the line L1. Let S be a point on line L1 whose position vector A1 and T be a point on second line. T be a point on L2 whose position vector vector A2. That is S by point and L1, S portion vector vector A1 means that is vector OS equal to vector A1, and T portion vector vector A2 means vector OT is equal to vector 2. Portion vector of S means that is vector OS. Portion vector of T means vector OT. Got it. Here PT equal to D. This is the shortest distance between two lines. Let PT equal to D be the shortest distance or distance both are distance between two parallel lines L1 and L2. Now I am taking here theta, it is angle between vector B, this is vector B, parallel vector B and vector ST. Mind it, here theta is the angle between here vector B, this is here you can take a vector B, this is vector B, and vector ST here. Let theta be the angle between vector B and vector is ST. Then sin theta equal to, we have formula, mind it. In the last class I gave this formula. No doubt, theta is the angle between vector A and vector B. Then sin theta is equal to magnitude of vector A cross vector B divided by magnitude of vector A into magnitude of vector B. Mind it. Theta is the angle between vector A and vector B. Then sin theta formula, magnitude of vector A cross vector B divided by magnitude of vector A into magnitude of vector B. Here also same. Here this is first vector, this is second vector here. Following. First vector, second vector. Then sin theta equal to magnitude of vector B cross vector ST, divided by magnitude of vector B into magnitude of vector ST. Magnitude of vector B cross, here vector ST in terms of portion vectors. Vector AB can be written as, in this vector, initial point and terminal point B in terms of portion vector. The difference of portion vector of terminal point B, that is vector OB, and the portion vector of initial point A, vector OE. So here vector ST I am writing directly here, vector ST, initial point is terminal point A. In terms of portion vectors, within bracket, vector OT, portion vector of terminal point T, minus portion vector of initial point S, vector OS, divided by magnitude of vector B. Magnitude of ST can be written as here, magnitude of vector ST equal to ST. So mind it, it is a scalar. Magnitude means length, it is a scalar. This can be written as ST here, magnitude of vector ST. Sin theta. By taking only I am taking cross multiplication ST this side. ST into sin theta, ST is sin theta, which is equal to magnitude of vector B cross vector OT, here by vector OT, vector A2, minus vector OS, vector A1, divided by magnitude of vector B. It taken as ST into sin theta, ST sin theta. Correct. From triangle here, from triangle STP, I am defining sin theta. Sin theta which is equal to what? Sin theta, theta opposite side. Sin theta equal to here opposite by PT by hypotenuse ST. Opposite PT divided by hypotenuse is ST. Then by cross multiplication, here PT, this PT equal to ST into sin theta, ST is sin theta. PT equal to ST into sin theta. ST is sin theta value PT. PT equal to, so magnitude of vector B cross vector A2 minus vector A1 divided by magnitude of vector B. Substitute PT equal to D here. Here the PT distance denoting D. So next step. this D equal to, so method of vector B cross vector A2 minus vector A1 divided by method of vector B. Since here PT equal to D, so this is the required distance. The required distance. So what is, mind it? Very easy derivation. Mind it. Time being, here we have to understand vector concepts, otherwise very difficult to practice this derivation. Let us take two parallel lines, L1 and L2 are two parallel lines. Here S is a point on first line whose position vector take vector A1. T is a point on second line whose position vector vector A2. Join ST. Next, draw a perpendicular line from point T to the two lines here. Clearly, PT is perpendicular to both lines L1 and L2. And here, this line passing through the point S whose position vector vector A1 parallel to vector B. Here, this line passing through the point T whose position vector vector A2 parallel to vector B. Got it. Right here. Let L1 and L2 be two parallel lines with equation. This line equation, we know that equation of a line is first derivation. This line passing through the point here S whose position vector vector A1 parallel to vector B is given by vector R equal to vector A1 plus lambda into vector B, and here second line passing through the point T whose position vector vector A2 parallel to vector B, that is given by vector R equal to vector A2 plus mu vector B. Here mu is a scalar. In these two equations vector B is same because this is parallel to both lines, because L1 and L2 are parallel. Got it. Here position vector of S here, vector OS equal to vector A1, and position vector of T denote vector OT equal to vector A2. Next, let PT equal to D. This is the distance. Here distance means shortest distance here, because the two lines are parallel. Distance between two parallel lines L1 and L2. Now take theta be the angle between this vector B, this line vector B and vector ST. Sin theta we have formula, mind it, remember this formula. If theta is the angle between vector A and vector B, then sin theta is equal to magnitude of vector A cross vector B divided by magnitude of vector A into magnitude of vector B. Very important. Here magnitude of first vector cross second vector divided by magnitude of first vector A into magnitude of second vector. Got it here. Theta is the angle between first vector here vector B, second vector is vector S. Then sin theta equal to magnitude of here vector B cross vector ST divided by magnitude of vector B into magnitude of vector ST. Here magnitude of vector B cross, here vector ST in terms of position vectors, we know that vector OT here terminal point T minus initial point is vector OS divided by magnitude of vector B. Magnitude of ST can be written as ST. By cross multiplication, ST into sin theta, ST sin theta, which is equal to magnitude of vector B cross vector OT, vector A2 minus vector OS, vector A1 divided by magnitude of vector B. From right angle triangle here, STP define sin theta. Sin theta equal to opposite is PT. PT divided by hypotenuse is ST. PT by ST. Then PT equal to, by taking cross multiplication, ST into sin theta, ST sin theta. Substitute ST sin theta value PT. PT equal to magnitude of here vector B cross vector A2 minus vector A1 divided by magnitude of vector B. Here PT denoting D here, this distance D. Substitute here D. PT equal to D. Then D equal to magnitude of vector B cross vector A2 minus vector A1 divided by magnitude of vector B. This is the required distance between two parallel lines. Mind it. What is the formula for distance between two parallel lines? Means the required distance equal to magnitude of vector B cross vector A2 minus vector A1 divided by magnitude of vector B. So you make a notes on this derivation. I am not sending this derivation notes to the groups. You make a notes on this derivation. Now we are going to do problems. Before going to, we shall recall formulas. Mind it. Equation of a line in space. Equation of a line passing through a given point. Passing through a point here whose position vector A and parallel to vector B is given by vector R equal to vector A plus lambda vector B. This is the equation of the line passing through the point whose position vector A parallel to vector B. In vector form, Cartesian form, equation of the line passing through the point here x1 comma y1 comma z1 and direction ratios a, b, c. If you take Cartesian form, x minus x1 by a, which is equal to y minus y1 by b, which is equal to z minus z1 by c. This is the equation of the line in Cartesian form passing through the point x1 comma y1 comma z1 and your a, b, c are the direction ratios of the line. Similarly, equation of the line passing through two points in vector form. Vector R equal to vector A plus lambda into vector B minus vector A. Passing through two given points. Cartesian form, x minus x1 divided by x2 minus x1 into y minus y1 divided by y2 minus y1 is equal to z minus z1 divided by z2 minus z2. Equation of the line passing through two points here x1 comma y1 comma z1 and x2 comma y2 comma z2 is given by x minus x1 divided by x2 minus x1, which is equal to y minus y1 divided by y2 minus y1, which is equal to z by z1 divided by z2 minus z1. Next, angle between two lines. A1, B1, C1 are the direction ratios of first line. A2, B2, C2 are the direction ratios of the second line. Then cos theta equal to modulus of here A1 into A2 plus B1 into B2 plus C1 into C2 divided by root of A1 square plus B1 square plus C1 square into root of A2 square plus B2 square plus C2 square. Suppose two lines are perpendicular, theta equal to 90 degree. Theta equal to 90 degree means cos 90 equal to 0. We get A1 A2 plus B1 B2 plus C1 C2, which is equal to 0. Mind it, two lines are perpendicular, then condition mind it. Direction ratios of two lines are given, then A1 A2 plus B1 B2 plus C1 C2 is equal to 0. If two lines are parallel, then theta equal to 0 degree, we get A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2, which is equal to C1 by C2. Mind it, condition. Just here I am recalling previous concepts. And distance between two skew lines is given by formula. Two skew lines here. Skew lines is given by formula D equal to modulus of vector B1 cross vector B2, vector B1 cross vector B2 dot vector A2 minus vector A1 divided by magnitude of vector B1 cross vector magnitude of vector B1 cross vector B2 dot vector A2 minus vector A1 divided by magnitude of vector B1 cross vector B2. Distance between two parallel lines, today class we have proved two parallel lines is given by D equal to modulus of vector B cross vector A2 minus vector A1 divided by magnitude of vector B. Practice all formulae, very important. Second exercise of the chapter. Exercise 11.2. Exercise 11.2. First problem. Show that the lines. Show that the three lines with direction. Cosines, direction cosines 12 by 13, comma, minus 3 by 13, comma, minus 4 by 13, 4 by 13, 12 by 13, 3 by 13, 3 by 13, minus 4 by 13, 12 by 13 are mutually perpendicular. Mutually perpendicular. Read the problem. Show that three lines with direction cosines. It is given that direction cosines of first line 12 by 13 minus 3 by 13 minus 4 by 13. Direction cosines of second line 4 by 13, 12 by 13, 3 by 13. And direction cosines of third line 3 by 13 minus 4 by 13, 12 by 13. Prove that here we have to prove that three lines are mutually perpendicular to each other. Means we have to prove that first line is perpendicular to second line is perpendicular to third line is perpendicular to first line. Then we say that three lines are mutually perpendicular to each other. First line here L1, second line L2, third line this is L3. Here we have to prove that L1 is perpendicular to L2, L2 is perpendicular to L3, L3 is perpendicular to L1. Got it. Here given that direction cosines means we know that here given direction cosines of line means here we have to prove that L1 L2 plus M1 M2 plus N1 N2 equal to 0. Suppose direction ratios are given, we have to prove that A1 A2 plus B1 B2 plus C1 C2 equal to 0. Here given direction cosines, we have to prove this. First line direction, generally direction cosines are denoted by L, M, N, correct. Here I am denoting first direction cosines first line L1, M1, N1. Second direction cosines L2, M2, N2. Third direction cosines L3, M3, N3. Mind it. So here given the direction cosines of first line are I am denoting here L1, M1, N1. L1, M1, N1. L1 equal to 12 by 13, M1 equal to minus 3 by 13, N1 equal to minus 4 by 13. And similarly, direction cosines of second line are first line are second line directly. Second line I am denoting L2, M2, N2. L2, M2, N2. L2 equal to 4 by 13, M2 12 by 13, N2 3 by 13. And direction cosines of third line are L3, M3, N3. L3, M3, N3. L3 equal to 3 by 13, M3 which is equal to minus 4 by 13, N3 equal to 12 by 13. Now I am taking first line and second line direction cosines. For first and second lines direction cosines, I am taking directly condition L1 L2 plus M1 M2 plus N1 N2. Substitute the values. Here we have to prove that this is equal to 0. Here L1 value 12 by 13 into L2 value here 4 by 13 plus m1 into m2. m1 value minus 3 by 13 into m2 value, here we have m2 value 12 by 13 plus n1 into n2, n1 value minus 4 by 13 into n2 value 3 by 13. 12 into 4, 48 divided by 13 into 13, 169. Here plus into minus directly, minus into plus minus, 12 into 3, 36 divided by 13 into 13, 169 plus, here directly plus into minus, minus into plus minus, 4 into 3, 12 divided by 13 into 13, 169. Clearly 169 is the LCM. Adding numerators, 48 minus 36 minus 12. Minus 36 minus 12 minus 48 plus 48 0. 0 by 169 0. Correct. Means clearly first and second lines are perpendicular. Therefore, first and second lines are perpendicular. Got it. Similarly, prove that second line and third line are perpendicular. Second I am taking next. Second one, continue, next one, continue. For second and third lines direction cosines, second and third line here, second line direction denoting L2, M2, N2, third line direction cosines denoting L3, M3, N3. Therefore, here I am taking L2 into L3, L2 into L3 plus M2 into M3 plus N2 into N3. Substitute the values here. L2, L3. L2 value 4 by 13 into L3 value 3 by 13 plus M2 value 12 by 13 into M3 value minus 4 by 13 plus N2 value 3 by 13 into N3 value 12 by 13. 4 into 3, 12 divided by 13 into 13, 169. Next, plus into minus minus, 12 into 4, 48 divided by 13 into 13, 169. Here plus 3 into 12, 36 divided by 13 into 13, 169. So the 169 is the LCM. 12 minus 48 plus 36. 12 plus 36, 48 minus 48, 0. 0 by 169, 0. Therefore, here, second and third lines are perpendicular. Therefore, the lines are perpendicular. Second and third lines are perpendicular. So, now prove that first line and third line are perpendicular. Next, third one. For first and third lines direction cosines. First line direction cosines denoting L1, M1, N1. Third line direction cosines denoting L3, M3, N3. Now I am taking L1 into L3 plus M1 into M3 plus N1 into N3. Here L1 12 by 13 into L3, L3 equal to 3 by 13 plus M1 minus 3 by 13 into M3, M3 equal to minus 4 by 13 plus N1 minus 4 by 13 into N3, 12 by 13. 12 into 3, 36 divided by 13 into 13, 169. Here plus, here minus into minus plus here. 3 into 4, 12 divided by 13 into 13, 169. Plus into minus into plus minus. 4 into 12, 48 divided by 13 into 13, 169. 169 is the LCM. 36 plus 12 minus 48. 36 plus 12, 48 minus 48, 0 by 169. Therefore, here first and third lines first and third lines are perpendicular. This means first and second lines are perpendicular, second and third lines are perpendicular, and third line and first lines are perpendicular. Therefore, we say that three lines are mutually perpendicular to each other. Finally, write. Final step. Hence, the given three lines are mutually perpendicular. Given three lines are mutually perpendicular. Got it? So now go to next problem, second problem. Second problem, show that the line through the points 1, -1, 2, 3, 4, -2 is perpendicular to the line through the points 0, 3, 2 and 3, 5, 6. Show that a line through the points, first point, second point, is perpendicular to the line through the points, your third point and fourth point. Here first two find direction ratios of first point and second point, and similarly find direction ratios of third point and fourth point, and prove that here A1, A2 plus B1, B2 here. Here A1, B1, C1 are the direction ratios of first line. A2, B2, C2 are the direction ratios of second line. Two lines are perpendicular means clearly A1 into A2 plus B1 into B2 plus C1 into C2 equal to 0. We have to prove that. Got it. And one condition we know that A point coordinates x1, y1, z1 and B point coordinates x2, y2, z2. Then direction ratios of AB are direction ratios of line segment joining 2 points A and back. The difference of the x coordinates here x2 minus x1. Difference of the y coordinates y2 minus y1. The difference of the z coordinates here z2 minus z1. The first here I am taking, let first point A point I am taking 1, -1, 2, and next B point 3, 4, -2, 3, 4, -2, and C point I am taking here, C point 0, 3, 2, D point 3, 5, 6. First I am going for direction ratios of AB. Direction ratios of AB are, mind it, the difference of the x coordinates here 3 minus 1 from the difference of the y coordinates here 4 minus 1, 4 minus of -1. The difference of the z coordinates -2 minus here 2. That is 3 minus 1, 2, 4 minus into minus plus 1, -2, -2, -2. 2, 5, -4 are the direction ratios of AB. Now similarly for direction ratios of CD, third and fourth point. Direction ratios of CD are the difference of the x coordinates here 3 minus 0. The difference of the y coordinates 5 minus 3. The difference of the z coordinates here 6 minus 2. 3 minus 0, 3, 5 minus 3, 2. 6 minus 2, 4. Alright. So here I am taking direction ratios of AB. I am denoting A1, B1, C1. This is I am denoting A2, B2, C2. Correct here. Then here I am taking here A1 equal to 2, B1 equal to 5, C1 equal to minus 4. A1, B1, C1 are the direction ratios of AB. Now direction ratios of CD I am denoting here A2, B2, C2. A2 equal to 3, B2 equal to 2, C2 equal to 4. Correct. Now condition you take A1 into A2 plus B1 into B2 plus C1 into C2. Here we have to prove that this is equal to 0. Substitute A1 these values. A1 equal to 2, A2 value 3 plus B1 value 5, B2 value 2 plus C1 value minus 4, C2 value 4. 2 into 3 6 plus 5 into 2 10 plus into minus 4 into 4 16. 6 plus 10 16 minus 16 0. Correct. 0 means what we say that we know that two lines are perpendicular. Correct. Therefore here line AB is perpendicular to the line CD. Got it. Go to next one. Third problem. Show that the line through the points 4, 7, 8, 2, 3, 4 is parallel to the line through the points minus 1 comma minus 2 comma 1 1 2 5. Show that the line through the points here, first and second point, is parallel to the line through the points. First find direction ratios of first and second point. Next find direction ratios of third and fourth point, similar to last column. But here we have to prove that here. Suppose A1, B1, C1 are the direction ratios of first line. A2, B2, C2 are the direction ratios of second line. Two lines are parallel means here we have to prove that A1 by A2 which is equal to B1 by B2 which is equal to C1 by C2. Mind it. We have to prove that these three ratios are equal. Got it. So here I am taking first point, let first point A point 4, 7, 8, second point B 2, 3, 4 and third point C minus 1, minus 2, 1 and fourth point D 1, 2, 5. First I am going for direction ratios of AB. Direction ratios of AB are the difference of the x coordinates here 2 minus 4, the difference of the y coordinates 3 minus 7, the difference of the z coordinates here 4 minus 8, 2 minus 4 minus 2, 3 minus 7 minus 4, 4 minus 8 minus 4. Now similarly find direction ratios of CD. Direction ratios of CDR. The difference of the x coordinates here 1 minus of minus 1. The difference of the y coordinates here 2 minus of here minus 2. The difference of the z coordinates here 5 minus 1 plus 1 2 minus into minus plus 2 5 minus 1 4. 1 plus 1, 2, 4, 4. Correct. Here I am taking A1 equal to minus 2, B1 equal to 4 here. Directly I am taking A1 equal to minus 2, B1 equal to minus 4, C1 equal to minus 4. Here I am taking A2 equal to 2, B2 equal to 4, C2 equal to 4. Got it. Here AB line is parallel to CD line means AB is parallel to CD means if only A1 by A2 which is equal to P1 by P2 which is equal to C1 by C2. Substitute the values. A1 value minus 2 by A2 value 2. B1 value here minus 4 divided by B2 value 4. C1 value minus 4 divided by C2 value 4. See, three ratios are equal here. 2 ones are minus 1, 4 ones are minus 1, minus 1. Three ratios are equal. Got it? Three ratios are equal means clearly two lines are parallel here. Here AB line is parallel to CD line. Therefore, line AB is parallel to line CD. Got it? Two lines are parallel means here we have to prove that these three ratios are equal. Got it? Thank you.